guys, so welcome to the channel. We are doing a Hoka on a mini series, I would call it. We're going to be testing out the Carvo 3, the Elevon 2 and the Mach 3. First up in the series is the Elevon 2. Why have I picked this shoe to talk about first? Well, it's my favourite out of the three. These other two offer something totally different, and I'll come on to those. But this shoe out of the three is my favourite. Why am I doing my favourite first? Well, to be honest with you, I just love the shoe and I wanted to tell you about it. I've had it out now on a couple of runs, in particularly on longer runs I've been putting these shoes on. I've been relying a lot on my ASICS glide rides for my longer runs. But now we're getting into that part of marathon training where I'm wanting to run elements at marathon pace. The glide ride is a fantastic shoe, but it is heavy relative. They've done a great job ironing out the weight, where the distribution. But this shoe, a Hoka shoe, nice and light, 288 grams I think it is great at picking up the pace. Also as well with the Pro-Fly midsole, which I'm new to, you've got the softer feel at the back versus the front, so you get a nice bit of cush versus the front, so you get a bit of a spring here, sort of cushion, like a bit of suspension on a car, and then you get like the sort of turbocharge from the front because it's a bit harder. So it's a nice feel to it actually on this shoe. You sit real deep into it, you get your foot into it, and it just feels like, when you get into like a leather sofa and you sit down and it just feels comfortable and you feel secure as well, because in this shoe you've got, I don't know if you can see it because the black, but you've got like a great little lacing system going on, this two-way lacing along here. It just really locks you in around here, and in particular around the heel area, because you're sitting deep. You just feel locked down, and it just feels awesome when it's on foot and when you are kicking on. I think a lot of it is because it's so light. It's not as soft as it looks, believe it or not. It's stiff enough to give you a good kick on. I dig in the outsole. We'll talk about the outsole quickly. You've got crystallized rubber here, normal exposed rubber there. You've got the two-tone, which I think looks awesome. By the way, there's some amazing colour schemes on this shoe. I particularly like this one. I think it looks like something out of Batman or Star Wars. But I just love what they've done with it. I particularly like what they've done with here on the design. But yeah, I just think, oh sorry, actually talking about design, the upper, they've redesigned the upper. If you've never tried a pair of Hokas on, or ran in a pair of Hokas, their uppers I think are one of the best out there. So they've updated it, even though probably what was before was very good anyway. I never tried the first edition of this shoe. But Hoka uppers are fantastic. They're breathable, they're light, they just do exactly what you want from an upper. But yeah, so no, the shoe, for me, like I said, it just fits perfectly now as I'm getting into faster elements of marathon training, and I want a long run shoe that's going to give me a little bit of pop, that I can pick up the pace in my long runs, but still be suitable for doing, a decent distance, 20 miles and that sort of stuff. This is where it's great. Because it's lightweight and that sort of thing. The only thing I would say about it is the price. It ain't cheap. You're nearly 150 odd pounds, which is a lot of money for a shoe, I think personally. What other sort of shoes out there? Maybe you could get away with the new Evo Ride from ASICS. That's obviously a very good shoe. Hopefully you've seen the review on that. But yeah, I think this just offers something different. The Hoka range for me is really interesting. I saw them at the National Running Show. They had a lot of new designs out. I'm not keen on the Clifton range in particular. Clifton 5, Clifton 6 really didn't do anything special for me. Clifton 7 looks interesting. They've had a bit of a redesign there, and I can't wait to see that when it comes out. But what I did find when I went over to the Hoka stand was they've made some really interesting shoes. I missed out on the Rincon and the Carbon X shoes, which reportedly are amazing. So I'm kind of falling back in love with Hoka, which is one of the reasons why we've got these three shoes on the channel. I wanted to explore them and find out about them a little bit more. But yeah, if you're looking for something for longer runs that gives you a little bit of pop, check them out. The Elevon 2 I think is really worth having a look at.